Hello everybody, this is Cas Sundance with the Raw Inspiration TV show, and today I have something very special for you, as I'm high up here in the mountains of Costa Rica, and I will bring several shows actually the next couple of days, all from this area in Costa Rica, and all circling around the Raw Transformation Retreat, which will happen pretty soon. And this place, this property I'm on it right now, will also be part of this retreat, and I was just talking to the lady who owns it. She will just say, put it in different words later on, and will explain why. But I need to introduce you to this lady and also to this land here. It's very unique, it's special, and I want you to warmly welcome Amy. Hi Amy, how are you?
Good, how are you? Welcome.
I'm so fine. So this is your house.
This is my house.
This is your house. This is your living room. This is your sleeping room. It's everything. Maybe you just share with the viewers what is your idea of having this open house with nothing in it.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you first. This house is called a rancho, and it's an open structure made of royal palm leaf in the roof and just a simple wood floor. Basically a square with the corners cut off. It's an 8-sided floor. I've chosen to live in an open space like this without furniture, without many things at all, so that I have the freedom to just be a human being and not get busy doing things. It allows me time to, be present with what's happening here. And there's so much happening. It's a very alive place here in the tropics. Life and death and cycles and moon set and moonrise and so many things are happening that should capture our attention unless we're distracted. And I think what this allows me is just to absorb what's happening, learn from it, learn from the animals and plants who are really my teachers here. I actually came here to be alone with nature, and for my first 5 years, I've been here around 5 years now, I have lived alone on this 17-acre farm by myself and spent many, many hours in silence, just quiet observation, just absorbing everything that I see, and I'm getting tremendous amount of information. I feel very elated and vibrant and alive.
Wow. Maybe we just have a sit over there, huh? And because the other very exciting thing, you just told me, we have a sit here, is that you also, this whole house and everything around it is, you use no concrete, no glass, no steel, you have no electricity, no internet, no telephone, nothing of this. Maybe you can also, it's very unusual, and but I can connect so well to this. Maybe you just share what is your idea behind this. And
okay, actually I do have one electrical outlet, and it's really and I do have a cell phone, and that is because I can't completely cut communication from the outside world. When you live in the tropics, you need help on the land, and there's someone who comes and helps here a few days a week. So we need to be in touch and so forth. And I'm doing a lot of community work here, and so I need to be in touch with the community. But I do not use lights. And at night, what happens is when you tune into the natural rhythm of natural lighting, I find that by 6 or 6:30, if I haven't done my reading or anything that involves, intense use of the eyes, it's just time to let go and to release. And there's always another day tomorrow. And I really focus on spirit. And I often start my day with yoga and air bathing and sun gazing, and in the afternoon I do some qigong, and so what I'm doing is I'm starting with breath and I'm returning to the breath, and that's something that's quite beautiful to do at the very spiritual hours of dawn and dusk. So in the tropics, we start our days very early here. If you have a worker coming, they show up at 6 o'clock, so it's not uncommon to be up at 4:35, and if I want to complete my yoga and so forth, I could easily be up between 4 and 4:30. Very charged time of the day. There's a lot of spiritual nutrition in the air.
So and you just also sleep here. This is your sleeping room, where Benny's
Yeah, you
Right.
know,
So where do you sleep, John? Or you just said you move. You don't have a specific place to do that.
yeah, I feel like we're evolved. Every day we're different. We feel different, and sometimes it's just nice to be able to move around. I'm not so interested in a bedroom or a bathroom or a place where I eat. It's all open. It's all free, as I see the animals doing.
So
you know?
where do you wash yourself if you don't have a bathroom?
Yeah, I usually just take a bottle of cold rainwater, and I call it local washing. You know, instead of a central, no, like central air conditioning, central heating, central lighting. It's the same thing when we have a shower. All the water's coming onto our head, even though we may really just need it on our foot. So I bring the water or the light, if I'm using, say, a small headlamp or a flashlight. I bring the water where I need it, and I just bathe. You know, I can wash my body in one bottle and my hair. I was explaining before, I only use rainwater on my body. No chemicals, no shampoo, no toothpaste, no soap. I feel if the body is clean inside, then we are made of the elements of nature, then we only need nature to clean us. We don't need to go outside of what we're made of and what.
And you have this beautiful river down the valley, which is also part of your property.
And that's
so-
nice for bathing. Yeah. The cold water, the cold, living, moving, sunlit water is electrifying. I feel like I get a cleansing on an electrical level beyond the physical. When I come out of that stream, and if I walk down naked and walk back up and feel the sun on my back, no towels, just air dry, I'm extremely, alive and feel very vital. By the time I get back up here, my muscles are working, my body's had a cold, wonderful bath, you know, and it's not so cold. You get used to it very quickly because the air is warm here.
Yeah, we're in Costa Rica. Oh, I can feel you so good on this one. Can you maybe share 1 or 2 sentences about your diet? What do you eat then?
So coming here and observing the animals and plants, I've noticed that the animals eat mono meals. They only eat one thing at a time. My interest is mostly fruit. I consider
Listening, guys, huh?
I consider fruit
No,
to be,
please, no, don't get wild. No, just in a second you can get wild. Okay, so sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. I basically only eat things from plants and trees. It was a decision I made about 7 years ago now. And I feel like that's God's food. It's food that's highly charged, again, with information from the universe. These fruits on these trees are gathering information all through the night. We sometimes forget that the definition of nutrition really needs to include spiritual nutrition. There's information in this food. It's so incredibly satisfying, and when you eat fruit, you're basically eating and drinking at the same time. So I usually eat one thing until I'm full and maybe have 5 to 8 meals throughout the day, and I also stop early. You know, 4:30 usually is fine.
And so you don't mix the food. You're more like mono eating.
Mono meals, yeah, they say, because the animals, you know, there's no food combining in nature. Yeah, I really feel there's only one law of food combining. Sometimes mention this, and the law is don't. That's it.
I see.
It's only one thing. Now, when you go to a social event and so forth, I'll partake because these dishes are made with love. Right? People have infused there, and I enjoy that, and that's okay. But it's not my choice.
I see. And it's mostly fruits. It's not so much veggies or greens or something. It's mostly fruits, or?
It's mostly fruits, and that I do have some greens. There's some garden beds over there. I'm touching green. I'm touching earth all day long. And
You're barefoot as well. All
barefoot.
The
So I really feel like I'm not craving greens. I picket these, and I'll just picket them. I don't make salads. I just go down there, and my body tells me what I need. You know, I think we can tap into that. So no, I really, there's so much wonderful fruit here in the tropics. To me, this is a fruit eating. This is a place where we can completely nourish ourselves. I think almost on fruit. So if you're eating tropical fruits in a northern climate, they're not going to be the same. Right?
Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So here it works. I can't say that I recommend an all fruit diet or mostly fruit in other climates. And we need to eat local, and we need to eat what's growing right here. So I hope to actually eat completely from the farm.
Only when the fruit trees are really grown up.
Yeah, I hope to have a fruit forest where people can walk through and. What the idea is that you go to the tree. You go to the tree with the ripe fruit, have your meal, and leave something to the tree. It should be elimination as the animals do. It's a complete cycle. I'm also creating my own humanure here. I have my own earth that I've made. I don't use a septic tank, so I'm collecting everything. It's basically processed fruit. It smells like fruit. Okay. So, yeah.
And the drinking water? What kind of water? What is your put on drinking water?
I actually don't drink water. I don't really drink water.
Because you have this a lot of.
I'm drinking all day long. I don't eat any salt or sugar, any processed or dry cooked foods, and so I'm never thirsty. So if I'm thirsty, I feel like the purpose of water is for dilution. When we're craving water, we need to dilute something in our body. It's a safety mechanism. But in a natural way, eating mostly fruit diet, I never carry water bottles. I really don't drink water. I use it for bathing, for ritual, for washing. So one of the things I often mention is that we can be vessels and recipients of a lot of higher conscious information if we put ourselves in a receptive place, in a receptive way. And for me, that is spending time each day laying on my back, facing up to the sky. So I'm connecting, even if it's
right
not
on the earth, of
directly
course.
on the, well, it could be on the earth, but often on this wood table. It's covered in plastic, but that's only for the rain.
Which has no concrete fundament, so it's just the wood.
Right. So it is in a way connected, and I'm just still and quiet, and I receive. You can see the little sparkly things in the air. If you notice that when you look up in the sky, this is charged radiation. I mean, sleeping under the stars, even one night, completely exposed under the moon and stars, is unforgettable.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I
a
know.
beautiful experience.
Wow, Amy, thank you so much for your time for this beautiful interview. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay.
Wow. So you get some of this magic of this place and the special knowledge and energy Amy's transporting. If you want to have more of this, you're warmly welcome to join the Raw Transformation Retreat, which will happen at the end of November. There's still some spaces available. We come here to Amy's place. She's going to talk a lot more about this very inspiring way of perceiving and living life. And I'm very looking forward to be here and to learn more from Amy about this. There will be the next show regarding the retreat tomorrow coming. In the meanwhile, I would like to thank you for your attention. I'm going to be back tomorrow with the next Raw Inspiration TV show. Thank you so much. This was Ronja, Benny, Yaro, and Kat, Katie. Over there is Joa with Brian and Amy. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.